Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday. Start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays. Get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome to Sadhana Saturday. Today we're going to explore the impact of minor dishonesty to discover the truth about little white lies. What are little white lies? By definition, it is small, seemingly harmless lies told to avoid hurt feelings or discomfort. And why do we tell them? Sometimes to protect others' feelings, to avoid confrontation or awkwardness, to keep interactions smooth, to avoid our own truths by lying to ourselves, especially with our weight, happiness, abilities, finances, profiles, or etc. There are, however, hidden costs to telling little white lies, and there are problems that lie beneath the surface when we do. It creates an erosion of trust. Even small lies can chip away at credibility over time. Becomes a moral conflict, creating an internal tension and guilt. And there can be unintended consequences as lies can snowball into misunderstandings. Think of a cracked foundation or an iceberg. It's small on top and larger below underneath the surface. And those cracks will eventually corrupt the entire structure and it will fall. When we deny or suppress our truths, it creates stress and internal turmoil. Acceptance of our truths leads to peace of mind. There are psychological and social impacts of lying. It can affect our relationships and our mental health. Little white lies strain genuine connection with others. It can lead to anxiety about being discovered. And it makes truth-telling harder and harder each time in the future, as if you're becoming entangled in a web or living behind a facade or a mask. In yoga, there is a practice of non-lying called satya. It translates to truthfulness in Sanskrit. It's one of the 5 yamas or ethical principles outlined in the Yogi Sutras. Satya encourages individuals to be honest in their thoughts, their words, and actions while ensuring that their truthfulness does not harm others. Practicing satya involves speaking and living truthfully without deceit or exaggeration, balancing honesty with kindness and compassion, aligning your actions with your inner values and integrity. Satya is not just about avoiding lies, but also about living authentically and fostering trust in relationships. It complements other yamas like ahimsa, which is nonviolence, and it's ensuring that the truth expressed is done in a way that promotes harmony rather than conflict. Incorporating satya into your daily life involves intentional actions and mindfulness. A few practical steps to embrace this principle is practicing mindful communication. Think before you speak. Ask yourself, is this true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Speak with honesty while being considerate of others' feelings. Embrace authenticity. Stay true to your values, beliefs in all situations, including living within your means. Avoid putting on a facade to fit in or gain approval. Reflect on your actions. Regularly assess if your actions align with your personal truth. Be open to correcting yourself when you deviate from your truthfulness. Be honest in your truth telling without causing harm. Avoid gossip or exaggerating. Refrain from spreading unverified information or embellishing facts. Strive to contribute positively to conversation. Cultivate self-honesty. Acknowledge your emotions and intentions even when they're uncomfortable. Accept and work on your flaws without self-deception. Let go of those filters. We don't have to tell little white lies. There are alternatives to lying or untruthfulness. We can be honest without harm. Offer constructive feedback when asked instead of false praise. Learn to say no politely without resorting to lies. When we learn to recondition ourselves from untruths, we can begin to move towards any goal. For example, instead of "I'll keep this smaller size pair of slacks because I'm going to wear it again," although you haven't begun any process towards the goal, use it as an opportunity to donate the pair of pants, to ask yourself, is this true? Am I believing an untruth? And then work towards the goal of reducing your size and then being able to select the correct size pair of slacks at a different time. Embrace and trust the time and the process with your truth. When you give feedback, when you decline an invitation, when you're asked for an opinion on appearance, when you're handling mistakes or breaking news or addressing difficult topics, if you're talking about something sensitive, all of these are opportunities to be tactful in truth telling and being honest. It's not about avoiding honesty. See each of these as an opportunity to deliver the truth in a way that maintains respect. Tactful truth telling can be beneficial, positively impacting both your relationship with others and for your own overall well-being. Advantages to being tactful with truth telling is that it builds credibility. It helps strengthen others' confidence in your words. People are more likely to trust your opinions and rely on your integrity. It helps foster healthy relationships, opening respectful communications, creating stronger bonds, encourages mutual respect. It reduces guilt and anxiety, reducing stress of maintaining lies or the fear that it will be discovered. It helps you align with your values, promoting inner peace. Enhancing problem solving. Honest feedback allows issues to be addressed and resolved effectively. It prevents misunderstandings or resentments that can result from dishonesty. Tactful truth telling promotes personal growth, encouraging self-awareness and the practice of mindful communication. It improves social and emotional intelligence over time. It sets a positive example, inspiring others to engage in open and thoughtful communication. It helps to create and participate in an environment where honesty is valued and reciprocated. Tactful truth-telling bridges the gap between honesty and empathy, allowing you to express yourself without causing unnecessary harm. In our current society, we are bombarded with untruths. It's not always your fault that you may tell a little white lie and not be honest with yourself. Our social media, our engagements in situations, in social settings, the pictures that we see, the movies and stories that we hear are all sometimes reinforcing the mindset of untruth. It's a form of conditioning, whether it's intentional or unintentional. So when you are bombarded with untruths and you are conditioned to it, it's time to step away. In the book, The Wisdom of Yoga, author Stephen Copes asks the question, if the mindset of our bodies are conditioned to untruths, how do we decondition them? Deconditioning from untruth is a process of self-awareness, self-compassion, and consistent practice. It's about creating harmony between your inner world and the outer expression of your actions. We can do this through the practice of silence. To remind yourself to live with authenticity, to speak kindly and avoid falsehoods or deceit, and being true to yourself. How can you decondition the body and the mind from untruth? It involves unlearning patterns that may align with dishonesty, avoidance, or self-deception. You can start by cultivating awareness. Practice mindfulness to recognize moments when you realize you are straying from authenticity. Notice if there is a habitual pattern of denial or avoidance, and reflect on their origins. Journaling can help you identify when you're not being entirely truthful with yourself or others and why. Practice authenticity in small steps. Start with simple, honest actions in your daily life. For example, if someone asks how you are, answer genuinely instead of defaulting to, I'm fine. Be truthful about your needs and boundaries, even in low-stakes situations. Reprogram limiting beliefs. Examine any internalized beliefs that make you feel unworthy or fearful of honesty. Replace thoughts with positive affirmations instead of, if I'm honest, I may hurt someone. Instead, the truth expressed kindly strengthens connection. Engage in somatic physical practices such as yoga or breath work to release untruths that are stored in the body. This can help release tension that are caused by suppressed truths or dishonesty. Certain postures such as heart openers encourage vulnerability and openness. And deep breathing exercises can help calm the nervous system, creating a safe space for truth. Be compassionate with yourself, recognizing that untruths often stems from fear or past conditioning. Forgive yourself for moments of dishonesty and view them as opportunities for growth. If you've denied your feelings in the past, give yourself permission to accept and express them now. Seek supportive spaces for vulnerability, surrounding yourself with people who encourage and model truthfulness. Engage in conversations or activities where authenticity is celebrated without judgment. This could be a support group or a workshop on self-awareness or working with a therapist. Develop a relationship with your inner truth. Spending time reflecting on what's truly important to you, your values, your desires, and intentions. Align your daily actions with these truths to live authentically. Cultivating satya, truthfulness, requires daily practices to integrate honesty, authenticity, and integrity into your life. Here are a few practical exercises to help make satya a natural part of your routine. Start your day with intentions or a morning introspection. Take a few moments to reflect on questions such as, what truths about myself do I need to acknowledge today? How can I act with honesty and kindness in my interactions? Write down one intention for practicing truthfulness throughout your day, such as, today I will speak honestly with compassion. You can also practice truthful journaling, dedicating 5 to 10 minutes per day to jot down your thoughts and feelings. You can prompt yourself with ideas such as, what am I avoiding being honest about with myself or others? Where am I living authentically in my life? Where am I not? Being honest without fear or judgment creates a safe space to uncover personal truths. Practice mindful communications. Before responding in conversations, pause and ask yourself, is what I'm about to say true? Am I speaking with kindness and purpose? Practice saying what you mean while being considerate of others' emotions. Create an authenticity check-in for yourself. Throughout the day, ask, am I being true to my values and beliefs right now? Am I acting in a way that aligns with my inner truth? And if at any time throughout your day, if you feel pressure to agree with someone's opinion, take a moment to evaluate your authentic stance and respond accordingly. Practice truth-telling affirmations. Repeat affirmations to strengthen your commitment to your truthfulness to Satya. I honor my truth and I speak it with confidence and kindness. I deserve to live authentically free from fear or guilt. My truth is valid. It guides my actions. Set boundaries for yourself with honesty. Be truthful about your limits without over-explaining or apologizing. Instead of saying, I'm just too busy to help, you can say, I'm prioritizing my energy right now. I'm not able to take this on. Honesty and boundary setting respects both your needs and others. And before you turn in for the evening, at the end of your day, engage in self-reflection. Reflect on the moments where you practice your truthfulness. Did I honor my truth today? Were there times I avoided honesty? How can I improve upon this tomorrow? Celebrate the wins, even the small ones, and learn for the moments of discomfort. As you begin to continue practicing Satya, combine it with kindness, ahimsa, of non-harming, to ensure that your honesty uplifts rather than harms others. Instead of harsh criticism, frame your truth constructively. I think we could make this better by blank. Declutter the untruths in your life. Evaluate areas of your life that you're holding on to, the untruths such as obligations, relationships, or habits that don't align with your values. If you've committed to something out of guilt, consider gently stepping back with honesty about your ability or capacity. And finally, celebrate the truth in others. When someone acts or speaks truthfully, acknowledge it. I appreciate your honesty. It's inspiring and refreshing. This simple statement reinforces the practice of Satya in your relationships. As you embrace the value of integrity, understand that while little white lies may seem harmless, the ripple effects can harm relationships and self-trust. Encourage a commitment of honesty in a compassionate way. Truth builds trust. Trust builds relationships. By integrating truthfulness, embracing Satya, let go of untruths. Allow the practice of truthfulness to become not just a principle, but a transformative daily habit. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.